Here.
Dave?
Here.
Angela? Matthew?
Here.
Coralie? Tyler? Jeff? And, oh my God.
Who you forgetting? Pat.
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 Don't forget
I
Pat.
Why did you forget Pat?
I tried to think of Pat.
That's the one person I don't forget.
You think? Okay. Now, the next is, like us all, the pause to seek for guidance. Yeah. Oh, I hate you. Okay, now, I have to have approval of the agenda. Is there any additions or deletions?
I move approval of the agenda as presented.
Is there a seconder?
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Contrary minded, motion carried. Next is the minutes of December the 13th. Is there any errors or omissions?
I approve the minutes of December 13th.
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Contrary minded? Carried. There are no presentations or delegations this evening. The next is unfinished business from the minutes of December the 13th. Anyone need to bring up anything?
No.
Okay, the next is the CAO report, and it's the meeting dates and reminders. Okay. Have you got that up on the screen, Tyler?
I do, yep.
Okay, the one that I'm concerned about, and it may be okay, but February the 6th, David and I will probably be in the air during that time.
The 7th?
The 6th. The 7th we're in Ottawa. 7th to the 10th. So, am I wrong? Isn't the...
The meeting's on the 7th.
Oh, okay, well then we should be able then to go ahead and do, video. I was thinking, I was gonna ask you why.
But if you guys could confirm your, like, the conference schedule or where you might be, just so that we know whether we can build towards that meeting or not.
On the 7th, we will be, on the 7th, we will be in Ottawa, but I have to check that schedule. I think it's only 9 to 5 on the 7th.
Right, but they're an hour ahead of us, right?
Oh, yeah.
You guys still might be in session. Like,
They're an hour behind us.
Yeah. That's fine.
yeah.
If it's 9 to 5, 5 o'clock
4
is 4
o'clock,
o'clock
you'll be in session.
our time, right?
5 o'clock their time, we'll be at 6. We're an hour ahead.
Yeah.
Just a minute.
So if they go to 5 o'clock,
We start at 5, they'll be 4 o'clock,
Yeah.
so they'll be in session.
We'll confirm this. Like I said, you guys could check your schedule for that day,
Yep.
just to see.
We will.
And then just let me know.
We could internet in. Is that what we're talking about on the...
As long as you're not in session, that would help.
Oh,
Yeah. So, I was gonna just confirm a couple. David, we're gonna end up with a Zoom meeting tomorrow.
A what meeting?
Zoom?
Oh,
You
for
mean-
for PAC?
No, for our travel and everything.
Oh, we're gonna... I didn't even know we had this... We have one scheduled?
No, we were gonna meet today before council.
Okay.
Early.
Just to write me whatever you want to do, I'm okay with. I'm very easy to please.
Okay, so then Terry and I will finish.
Yup, just get me there and get me back. That's it.
God have mercy. Alright.
I wouldn't mind leaving me there, but I'll just hitchhike.
Oh, how lovely. Who's the mean one? Who wants us to hitchhike?
Oh, no, I'm the hitchhiker.
He's hitchhiking by himself.
Oh, okay. Departmental report. Is there any, questions on any of these reports? Or any questions or comments?
I just wanted to point out, so in my report, we had asked questions about the Coastal Protection Act, and the information we got back was just slightly surprising, so I just want to make council aware that the provincial government has indicated that early in 2023, they plan on passing the regulations, and will communicate with us after that on staff training, on rollout, on everything else. We have no further information, but there's been a pretty good gap in any communication on that file at all. So we were quite surprised when early 2023 was confirmed as the regulation date. So we will certainly share as soon as we hear anything. You all will as well. We are expecting, as the whole province is, that to be a challenging timeline. So we'll wait and see, but so that was noted in my report.
Okay. Anything else that anyone wants to question?
Nice to see the tax sales go down from last year to 211 from 258. I wonder if that's because properties are more valuable now, so you're less likely to.
I think a lot at this point. There's a lot of work that our internal department has done on letters, communication, working with people. So there's been a lot of work that's kind of accumulated over the years on that file. There is lots of public interest already in the tax sales, so that is happening due to the value of properties. But we do see people continue to make great efforts to clear them, and we're expecting that number to continue to go down as we move towards it.
Yeah, I gotta tell you, it's a lot easier. I get these guys; they're a couple thousands behind. They're on like a $800 or $600 a month pension or something like that. The fact that they can pay it slowly over time and make those deals with the front office, and I've never heard anything other than nice things too. And I know the public can be quite, be stressful time. But yeah, awesome. Glad to hear that everyone's doing so good with that. I love it.
Okay. If there is nothing else, we will go to dangerous and unsightly, which there's nothing there, but have we get any update on our last meeting of what's been taking place on the property in Conway? Or
Do you know the dates of the letter by chance?
I don't have the dates offhand, but no, we gave the 60-day order, so obviously we're just waiting until those 60 days are up. The property owner has been in to have a meeting with me to discuss just further details about it. At this point, he seemed cooperative, so we will just see where we're at the end of the 60 days.
okay.
Could we go back and just pass a motion to accept the departmental reports?
I move that we accept the department reports.
Oh, I'm
as
sorry.
presented.
Can I have a motion,
I'll
please?
second.
Moved and seconded. I moved
All in
it, George seconded.
Departmental
Okay,
reports.
all in favor?
Aye.
Contrary minded, motion carried. Sorry about that, guys. The next is business items. First is the Wren letter.
So I think we saw this during one of our December meetings, but it's something that we need to pass a motion to accept. They're changing quorum. I think it's 50% plus one is what they're changing to, which is our common. They had a higher, from the original agreement, they had a higher number, and that was just creating more challenges. So we just need to pass a motion if we are in support of this. All of the other units involved are supporting this. They hope that's going to help with the LOC quorum.
I approve the Wren's new standard quorum of 50% plus one.
I'll second that.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Contrary minded? Motion carried. Next is Sunset Drive.
So we've had a few discussions. The Sunset Drive street, as I think most of you are aware, crosses Highway 101. The part that is on the mountain or the dirt road part continues to develop, we've had some conversations with TIR about this situation and if that neighborhood continues to develop. And it's my suggestion at this point that if we do have a concern about that and that crossing, then we issue a letter to the minister and the MLA. TIR feels that that may help them obtain some funds to start repairing the road going in from Lansdowne. They're concerned with looking at some of the subdivisions that has happened and the potential amount of homes that could be built and subdivisions that people are looking at, that this problem, it's a level crossing that it's dangerous now. They're not quite sure how it got approved. There's very few level crossings that are approved in passing lanes, which if you look at this one, it's at the start of that. So they, in those discussions, they just thought if we were concerned about it, a letter to the minister and copy the MLA may help put this cause on the radar on that level crossing and getting some funds. The rest of that road is, I think anyone that's traveled it, is a bit rough. It's passable, but it's not something you travel every day comfortably.
Jeff, where's
George?
Sunset Drive?
So Sunset Drive is in Smith's Cove.
I thought it was. I got mixed up.
If you're, a couple of minutes before you get to the Bear River Bridge, you may notice like signs that indicate a road crossing.
Yeah.
That's Sunset Drive. The first half of it is in Smith's Cove,
Okay.
and you access it through like Route 1 in Smith's Cove.
Yeah.
Then it continues as a dirt road, goes up the mountain, and then comes out in Lansdowne.
Okay.
And that's the side that we're seeing development on. So providing any services there is challenging for us, and the amount of vehicles crossing that crossing or doing it illegally and turning off the 101 is the other concern.
Yeah.
Okay.
And is that our road?
No,
That's their road.
that's their road.
But yeah, I agree, because I said more people living on that road, are gonna be using the 101, which isn't a good idea.
That's it. And there's been houses for sale. There's another house for sale. There's some subdivision activity. There just seems to be more and more activity.
Yeah.
And there's still potential for a lot of development in that part, right? It's, what did they say, 5 kilometers from that point out to Lansdowne. So this end and the view you get of the basin, I think we're expecting more development on this end of it.
Yeah.
We just need a motion to write a letter to.
Write a letter to say we're concerned on the level crossing with Sunset Drive on Highway 101 to the minister and copy to the MLA.
I'll motion what Jeff just said.
And I'll second it.
Second it.
Okay, I'm sorry, what is the motion?
Just to write a letter to the minister that we are
Okay.
concerned on the level crossing on Highway 101 with Sunset Drive.
Perfect. All in favor?
Aye.
Contrary minded, motion carried. The next is the Marketing Levy Committee.
So I attached the terms of reference. They're relatively brief. They come out of the bylaw. This is just the next step that we have to do when we pass the bylaw. The committee and its structure was all in there. Council just needs to approve the terms of reference so that we can then start recruiting committee members and having a discussion within our group at a later date on representation on it. So again, like everything else with this, the terms of reference were developed. The same terms of reference that we're looking at are what the town of Digby looked at. I guess if there's any questions, I can try and address them. They're relatively straightforward. They come right out of the bylaw. But if there's no questions, if we'd have a motion to approve them.
Okay. I move that we approve the terms of reference for the Marketing and Promotions Levy Advisory Committee.
Second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
Contrary minded, motion carried. The next is the Splash Park Letter of Support.
I move that we write a letter of support for the Splash Pack Recreation Facility Development application.
Okay.
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Contrary minded, motion carried.
What was the total for the splash pack that they needed to, was it,
For like
Oh, it was 180, wasn't it?
30,000.
How much?
230.
Oh, I thought it was 180 or something.
Close, yeah, I think they're close enough with what they've raised, and I think this is going in to the maybe not their last grant, but their last big one with the
Yeah.
province to take them to
Over the
They
top.
can start
construction.
get her.
Wow, that's gonna be
I did-
awesome for Digby.
They've done well, yeah.
Nope, they have.
Awesome for
Yeah.
Germany.
They had a lot of people step up, a lot of businesses, a lot, you know, it was really good.
Good.
Okay. Now, the next is the, notice from the province on the construction, debris change. And I will tell you right now, what we are waiting at from regional chairs is what do they really consider, the, treated wood? Because nobody really knows.
Yeah, I was gonna add, I think there's been a lot of discussion on this file. You'll see we're not identified as one of the municipal units because our C&D site is owned privately. We have been following this file along very closely because it continues to, I think the friendliest word I can use, Warden, is evolve. Because I think a lot of the units are trying to understand where is this material supposed to go if it's not supposed to go to your local C&D site, and who is responsible for that? Is it the municipality? Is it the homeowner? This file, I think, started out as what people thought was going to be a simple change and is proving more and more complicated. And to the warden's point, also identifying what is treated wood. Is it the deck coming off your house, or is it creosote, or what's involved? So we're following it closely, and yeah, so this is just the official notice from the provincial government.
So I just wanted to let you know, I know at our next meeting, we're gonna see what we have heard. But right now, I mean, they're saying, well, treated wood is what's been, you buy in a store and it's treated. And we said, but your enforcement people have to know what it is. Because the enforcement people aren't gonna go with, you said this. They're gonna go what's written down. So, anyway, we will wait and see. Is there any correspondence?
I think that's it.
Just that.
Could we have someone adjourn the meeting, please?
I move to adjourn the meeting.
Seconded.
Is there a second?
Seconded.
All in favor?
Aye.
Contrary minded, motion carried.